Okay, we're out in Lancaster, and what the customer wants to do is we want to put a poly rail coming in from on the left side facing it from the outside. The right side coming from the inside where the door handle is. So we want one railing on this side here. We'll put a post down here and then a post, and then we'll attach it to the wall up there. We're going to option out for, we did the gutters on here, so what we're going to do is we're going to option out for overhangs on the gutters, trimmed out, vented and trimmed. And what we can do is when we make our aluminum fascia, we can back out the gutter screws, slide the fascia up after we get the soffit, and then put the gutter screws right back where they were. So we won't have any issue there. We only did some damaged gutters that were here a while back, so now the customer wants to replace the old gutters that are here. So we're going to end up doing the overhangs as an option at the eaves and separating the eave overhangs from the peak overhangs. And on the peak overhangs, as you can see, we're going to end up having to bring a J-channel on top of this siding, so there's going to be gaps coming in from the bottom. It's either that or we disassemble the siding, put our J-channel in tight, and then put the siding back up, which would be quite extensive. And it really wouldn't matter because you're going to be protected from the weather either way. So we'll give the options out, trimming out these peaks and the eaves, and then on the front we're gonna this is what they call this wide board, is a freeze board. We're not going to do any work on any of the freeze board. We're just going to go ahead and give her the option for the soffits on the eaves here. This gutter is new, so we can slide the trim up there, and then that gutter's getting replaced on the front. Those are old spike and furrow gutters, and of course add more venting. Also, we're going to give an option to remove the wooden wrap on these posts and change it with a polyvinyl, okay, because they're rotting out there, and we'll end up getting rid of the, if we end up trimming out the if she ends up trimming this header out, we're going to end up squaring off these curvatures that are at these posts. That can be set up as an option, because the polyvinyl will, you can paint the polyvinyl, it doesn't hurt, and to paint this a little bit more, it isn't going to be a real big deal because your overhangs will be trimmed, just your header won't. Okay, we're going to have some jogs when we do our trim on the upper above these windows when we do our J-channel. Also, we're going to give an option of getting the foam. There's an 11-inch step from the top of that step to the top of the front porch. We need to get that. That's way too much, and there's 7 inches at the bottom. So we're going to see about getting the company in here to shoot the expanders underneath here and lift that up to where there are 2 even steps down there, and get this thing back to where it's supposed to be, or just coming out to this seam here, forming it and repouring it. Okay, so we got to get a number there, and 1 railing on the side of this, probably on that our left side, the right side going down. Another option number is going to be this front ribbon board that's above this window. Is pretty hideous. We're going to take and disassemble the trim. We're going to disassemble this inside corner of siding. We're going to, if the wood's punked out, we're going to go ahead and replace the wood in the corner and flash that properly, because right now where the J-channels are, all that water's been coming down behind that wood. And then our new trim is going to go up underneath where the siding is, 1.5 to 2 inches up the wall out, and then cap this all off nice and neat. So that'll be another option. So we've got the ribbon trim, the railings, the post, then the concrete, which concrete should be one of our priorities, the rake edge and peak trims, and then the eave trims with the 2 eave gutters. So that'll be the different options working out for. Let's see what happens.